Living with a narcissistic person, especially a toxic parent, can be emotionally and psychologically challenging. Here are some signs that you might be experiencing this. So I'm going to give you signs of living with a narcissistic person. So the first thing is, if you see me looking, I got my notes. So number one, number uno, constant need for attention. The narcissistic person often craves constant admiration and attention, making conversations and interactions primarily about themselves. They like everything is about themselves. They don't care about nobody else. Themselves. And that is number one because they always crave attention. They always trying to find attention. So if you're doing something new, come in, yeah, become. So if you're filming a video or something or anything, you're doing your business stuff, and then you are into, and then that person come in and they know you're recording, they know that you're doing something. They they're trying to seek attention. So that's number one on the list. Number two, lack of empathy. They may have difficulty emphasizing with others' feelings or experiences, often dismissing or minimizing others' emotions. Well, to be honest with you, I've encountered this too as well. The number one is same thing because as you guys probably see on this podcast that it happened because you when I'm filming and then I'm being interrupted. Yeah, that's a narcissist. So that's kind of narcissistic because it, that person knows that you are doing your business, you're filming, you're doing your podcast, and they know that. So yeah, I've I've encountered that and lack of empathy. Now now the thing is this, like not showing empathy. So yes, my so-called mother does not show empathy, no emotions. I've I've she's never said I love you or anything. Sorry about that. That's my garbage man. Sorry about that. I never said anything, so I'm gonna say that. I was never told I love you. I was never. So yes, this is what narcissists do. They don't have any empathy. They don't have no emotion. They don't, and that's why I said they don't have no emotion, no feelings, no nothing. They don't tell you that you're doing great. They don't do that. But that's what narcissistic do. That's that is a sign of narcissistic traits. If you've seen this in your parents, your mom, your dad, or your siblings or whatever, who it could be anybody, it could be anybody. If you see this, that's a sign of narcissistic behavior. Number three, a manipulative behavior. Someone who manipulates you, like, oh, you need to clean this before you can get this. You can clean your house before you get the food. That's no, that's manipulation right there. That's that's what you call manipulation. You're saying that, oh, if you don't do this, you can't get that. No, that's manipulated. That's manipulation. So so narcissists often use manipulation tactics to get what they want, such as like guilt tripping, gaslighting. Oh yeah, that's famous. And or playing the victim. They act like they are the victim, but they aren't. Just like my situation, I am the victim, not her. Because you see what I mean? Yeah. Because as you guys see throughout the podcast, what has been going on, you guys can see because that's I am always by myself. I don't talk, I don't talk bad about people. I don't mind. I don't stick my nose where it don't stick in. I'm not that way. I don't do that. You see, y'all notice it. It comes in. I don't do nothing. All I do is do because I'm here for one purpose only, and that is to fulfill my mission as a leader. That's what I'm here for. I'm fulfilling my mission as a leader. I want to be able to leave a legacy and impact the world. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for anything that is not that is not is not a part of my mission. I don't care for. Period. Number four, sense of entitlement. They believe they deserve special treatment and can become angry or offended if they don't receive it. Number five, difficulty accepting criticism. They don't like to be criticized. They have difficulty to do that. Narcissists, they are highly sensitive to criticism and may react defensively or with rage. So when confronted with their shortcomings, so I'm going to say that one more time. Narcissists are highly sensitive to criticism and may react defensively or with rage when confronted with shortcomings. This happens all the time. Anytime I caught, caught her on something, you know, when a narcissist lies in front of you, guys, the worst person a narcissist can lie to is a Scorpio. Because Scorpios, we know when somebody's lying. We know, we detect it. We know when somebody's lying. That's the gift that we are. Not all Scorpios are like that, because you have Scorpios. Not all Scorpios are like that. You have a majority of Scorpios who are like that. But we have the gift of reading people. You know what I'm saying? Because don't lie to a Scorpio, because we know we ain't stupid. We're not dumb. So you know what I mean. So the next one is number 6. Exploited, exploitative relationships. Y'all know what that stands for? They may exploit others for personal gain, whether it's financial, emotional, social. Like I said it before, it's like, and manipulation and exploitive go pretty much hand in hand. They exploit them. They're they're exploiting people. They say, oh, you can't get this. You have to do this in order to get this. That is called manipulation and exploitation. That is what they call that. So that is a sign to know whether that person has a narcissistic behavior. Number 7, superficial relationships. Yes, that's superficial. Narcissists often maintain superficial relationships that serve their needs rather than being genuine. That's like reciprocal connections. That's the other sign that you will know when that person's a narcissist. Number 8, controlling behavior. When a person wants to control you, like want to control your life, want to control what you do, that is called a that's that's called a controlling behavior. You cannot. So if that not say, oh, I'll do this for you, or blah, 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 or what. They, they, they're trying to control everything. They're trying to control your life. They're trying to tell you how to do this, how to do that, how to dress, how to cook, how to this, how to that. That is controlling. That to me, that is narcissistic behavior. Because when you control somebody, that's not a good sign. You not That's not a good sign to control people. That's called. This is what narcissists do. They control people like they want to get their way all the time. That's what it is. So they tend to control and may try to dominate. That's the word I'm trying to look for. They trying to dominate you, but nah. The only person dominating you is you. Nobody, nobody is dominate. So that's the thing. That's what narcissist does. They try to dominate you, but don't let them take that the domination from you. You take back that control. You take that back. You you take back that control. That control belongs to you. It does not belong to them. It does not. That control belongs to you. It belongs to you, not them. So when you see this kind of behavior, those are narcissists. To be honest with you, I've encountered all these signs that I'm talking about. I'm seeing it in her, in her. All the si- all of what I'm saying is there. The next one is okay. No, this one is signs of living with a toxic parent. So if you see this toxicity, that's a toxic. So a narcissist and a toxic is pretty much out of the same, but kind of it pretty much the same thing, but it's kind of different. But it's pretty much the same. A narcissist and a toxic is it goes hand in hand, but but it's still the same as well. So it's still probably different, but it's same in different ways. So the list of the signs of a living with a toxic person. Number one, emotional emotional manipulation. When somebody manipulates your emotions, they try to, you know what I mean? That's one sign. That's the number one sign when when a parent try to manipulate your emotions. So what that like toxic parents may use guilt, shame, or fear to to manipulate their children into compliance. To be honest with you, yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I know what y'all saying. Yes, 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 and yes. They the thing is, she used guilt and shame and fear to manipulate me. Yes, I know it. I know what y'all going. Yes, she does. The next one is lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries, guys. To be honest with you, y'all already saw it on camera. Y'all already saw it on camera. So yeah, I don't need not to go there. You all see it on camera because lack of boundaries. Guys, I've been putting out so many boundaries, and to be honest with you, guess what? It's been violated. You know, when you set up boundaries that somebody violates your boundaries, yeah, your parents violate your boundaries, your mom violate your boundaries, yeah. They don't know. It's like every time you put boundaries, they're trying to yeah, violate it and think that the rules don't apply to them. Yeah. So they don't like to stick within their reach. They don't like to. They want to find their way, find their way to break that boundaries. They don't respect your boundaries because if they respect your boundaries, they wouldn't even do what they do. So that's the thing. A narcissist and a toxic person is pretty much the same exact people. So they do that. So they have lack of boundaries and they may not respect. They don't respect personal boundaries. They will try to find a way to be in your orb, in your aura, and yeah, and every time. So yeah, oh yeah, they try to do that. They try to invade your privacy. They try to take your stuff. They're trying to steal your stuff, make it look. And when you can't find your stuff, you know where you put your stuff, and then it's gone. This happens to me, y'all, because every time I have my stuff, things are missing out here. No joke. And I end up finding it, and I end up finding again. And guess where I end up finding it? Exactly. Yeah, if you know where I'm going with that. So, and even over that's why you cannot overstep people's boundaries. You cannot overstep your limits. Once somebody set a once once the person set a boundaries, you cannot violate that. But when a toxic parent and a narcissist, they will not respect your boundaries. They will not. They will keep trying to get at you. They're trying to go go for it. It's like it's all they care about is trying to manipulate you and talk down to you and talk. And I'm telling you, I'm living with one. The next one is conditional love. Now, and approval, love and approval are often contingent upon the child meeting the parents' expectations or needs. I'm going to repeat that again. Conditional love. Love and approval, like accepting of love, are often contingent upon the child meeting the parents' expectations. Like accepting love, like if your parents don't tell you that they love you, yeah, that's another sign. Yeah, that your parent is at a narcissist and toxic at the same. The next one is constant criticism. As I said, this go hand in hand with narcissistic. So this one is toxic parents may excessively criticize your children. So when you're being criticized, you are in the presence of a toxic parent. You're in the presence of a toxic mother, a toxic a toxic father, a toxic whatever siblings or whatever. You're going. That's why you gotta be um you gotta be aware of your surroundings. And that's what I mean. I'm always aware of my surroundings because when you're aware of your surroundings, you know what's going on. So that's the beauty of it. So yeah. So make sure to pay attention to your environment and look and make sure to look for these signs, and you will know that you know what I mean. So that's what now you know that toxic parents will criticize you. Oh, you're this. You ain't shit. You ain't got no ambition. You want and guys, words like that it damages the children's self-esteem, and it doesn't matter what age the child is. It damages it damages your self-esteem. It damages it. That's why you gotta be careful what you say out of your mouth because words are powerful. It Our mouth has the power to hurt a person. It has the power to hurt a person. So you got to be careful by hurting that person. It, because once you say, that's why you got to speak positive. When you speak positive, like you're going to make it, you will achieve it, you will get where you need to go. Those are positive words. Those are words that you need to hear. Not, not a toxic parent telling you you cannot be this. Oh, you can't be a business owner. You can't be this. They can't decide that. What number one thing they cannot decide that. God decides that. God knows your God knows your mission. They don't know your mission. Your parents don't know your mission. They don't. Technically, I'm gonna say this. Scratch that. A narcissist, narcissist and toxic parents who does not know what God having you. They don't know the gift that God put in you. God is the only one that know you. God knows you because He created you. He created us. He created us in our mother's womb. He formed us, like Jeremiah 29:11. He formed us in our mother's womb. He said, "For I formed you in your mother's womb. I knew you." God knows you before you even being formed. You are before you are being formed, God knows your story. Before you are being even formed in the womb, God knows you. Wherever you were, wherever you were before you went in the womb, God already know what your life is gonna be, who is gonna who is gonna try to sabotage you. God knows all of it. He knows what's gonna take place because he he plans your life before he formed you. He formed he knows just like it's like how do you think the world existed? Is how you think this world become um lit up like a Christmas tree because he knows. That's why he said on the first day, I'm a create light. On the second day and the third day, make this, that, and then the seventh day he rests. Why do you think God make it? It's like God make a strategy. God know God, and that's the beauty of who God is. God will make a strategy. So you know what I mean. So just remember, God knows you more than God knows. So the only person that knows you the best is the Creator Himself. He knows you inside out. He knows the gifts you have. He knows what you're going to be in life. He knows who he knows your future wife, your future your future husband. He knows the past, present, and the future. He knows it because that verse right there is a powerful verse saying that he know you. The other version says for I plans to prosper you, plans to keep you, plans to have a hope in a future. That's the other version. So like God is saying He knows the plans for your life. He knows it. He knows it. You gotta remember that. Don't let These narcissistic parents, the narcissistic and toxic parents try to tell you who you are. They cannot determine who you are. They cannot determine who you are. God can. Let's continue. As I said, toxic parents may excessively criticize their children, damaging their self esteem and sense of self worth. The next one is parentification. The parent may rely on the child for emotional support or to fulfill parental roles, reversing the typical parent child dynamic. So, y'all heard that right. So, this part you got to look out for. If the you cannot let the child take on the parent role and the parent be the child. It's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be the other way around. You see what I did there? It's not supposed. So that's what number five is saying. That the child becomes the parent and the parent becomes the child. It ain't supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be the other way around. No. The parent should not, the child should not be taking on the parent role of their parents. They know better. They need to take care of. They need to take care of their selves, and that's that's the thing. People just people are just having kids for the sake of having kids, and they don't know about how parenthood works. Cause you can't. That's why the children is not supposed to be the parent and the parent is supposed to be the child. No, they need to stay. The parent needs to stay in their own lane. The parent are supposed to support, take care of you, and all of that. That's their role. They are the providers. They provide for their children, not the children provide for the parents. It doesn't work like that. You don't rely on the kids to do this, do that, do this, pay bills, do this, that. No, that you put that is you cannot. It's like you're putting the load on the children. No, that's not. This is how God intended it to be. God intended to be the parents stay in their role and the children be the children. God did that for a reason. God did not make the children the parent and the parent the child. It's supposed to be the other way around. That's why the parent should not take on the child's role. If you know, if you know you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. Don't put, it's like you're putting the burden on the child, on the children. No, you don't. And I'm saying this is for narcissists and toxic people. I'm not talking, and I'm gonna say this. I'm not talking about all parent. No, I'm talking about narcissists and toxic parents. I want you, I want you to listen. I want you to realize who we're talking about here. So I want y'all that God intend for the parent to act like the parents and the children to act like the children. Why do you think God created the children like let kids be kids? Why do you think God said let kids be kids? Because kids are supposed to be kids. The kids are not supposed to be the parent. The kid is not supposed to be doing all that, and then they lose they lose part of their childhood doing adult things, and they don't know what it's like to go to prom. They don't know what it's like to go through their childhood. They don't know what it's like to go out and play with the kids in the road. They don't know what it's like, and they're in the house trying to support the parent who is supposed to be a parent. You know what I mean? So what I want y'all to know this, God intend for parents to be parents. Parenthood, the word parenthood means support, protector, provider, and that is their role. They need to stick to that and stop putting the pressure on the children. You can't. That's why God doesn't like that. God is upset with that design because God has seen it, like God has seen it on, uh, like in the world. God has seen it. There are people out there doing this. There are people out, there are parents out there doing this. There are parents who are toxic doing this, putting the burden on the putting the burden on the kids and not owning up to their responsibilities because they are the responsibility they're the responsibility party. They're supposed to be the responsibility adult. They are created to be a parent, not the child be the parent. I want y'all to know that. That's what God intend, not not the other way. Number six, neglect or overprotection. You know when toxic parents overprotect? Exactly. Overprotection means y'all already know what overprotection means. Y'all already know. Overprotect is in the word itself. Overprotect. Overprotect. You wanna watch them go to the bathroom. Watch them do this. Watch them do that. Watch them like a hawk. That's too much. I don't want you to do that. Uh-uh. God don't want you to follow your kids to the bathroom. God don't want you to do it. No. They need to have a sense of space. It's like they are feel claustrophobic. They feel they feel claustrophobic. You have to give them space. Give them space. Not you cannot overprotect. That's called overprotection and neglecting your kid to go do God knows what. You know what I mean? So they might either neglect their children needs and what they need to do, and they might neglect them. So that means if the kids are supposed to do that and the parents want to do their thing and they don't want the kids to do their thing, huh, that don't work like that, my friend. No. So they might either neglect their children's needs or be overly controlling. But this is what toxic parents do. They are over control. When you over control a person, you are robbing your kids from growing up. You're robbing the children from growing up and to learn throughout life. That's what it's doing. You're robbing them from being a child. You're robbing them from being a teenager. You're robbing them from being the kids, teenager, young adult. You're robbing them from that. That's what you're doing. And that is not what God intends. So this is what you need to look for in a narcissistic parent and a toxic parent. Because narcissistic and toxic go hand in hand, you know? So yeah, it goes hand in hand. Like, and also hindering the child's autonomy and development. That's why I was saying it affects their growth when they're growing up. They need to do things for themselves, not you be behind them up their beck and call. Remember, God formed the kids in the mother's womb, and then God removed the kid from the mother. So once that's why the reason why God formed the kids in the womb so they can be attached, and God detached the the children from the mother. That means the kids, the children, has a mind of their own. And that is what God intends. We all have a mind of our own. You cannot speak for your child. They have to speak for themselves. They have to speak for themselves. The over 80, they have to speak for themselves. When they're young, that's different. Then they're young, but when they're getting older, at least at a certain point, they you need You are supposed to guide your children, guide them, support them, be there for them, love on them, love them. If you don't see that, if that is not there, the love, the support, and all of that, that is called a toxic relationship. Because if a kid doesn't hear "I love you" from their parent, that's not a good sign. It's not. It's not good. And that's called a narcissist. Number seven, manipulative guilt trips. Oh yeah, meaning using guilt or emotional manipulation to gain compliance or control over the job. That's why you cannot control people. You cannot. God didn't don't doesn't want anyone to control anyone. No. God did not design it for that. You cannot control these kids. You can't. Well, you cannot you cannot over control their kids. Once they're young, we can understand when they're at a certain age, but when they get older, exactly. Number eight, unpredictable behavior. Children of toxic parents may experience unpredictable mood swings or behaviors from their parents. They are going to act like their parents, how their parents do things. That's why you have to be careful what you do in front of your children. That you got you your children cannot see what you're doing because they are going to copy of what you're doing. They're going to experience mood swings. They're gonna experience it. If they see you treat people bad, if they see you treat them bad, they're gonna treat others bad. They're gonna treat other people bad. That's why, ev- in order to treat people the right way, it starts at home. It starts at home. It does not start outside. It starts off your upbringing. So you have to be careful. mm, The parents to be careful how they um say things around their children, cause and what they're doing. You can't do things in front of your children because they are going to use that behavior. And and why do you think kids out there outbursts, blowing outbursts to the teachers, blowing outbursts to different people and being disrespectful? Exactly. So you see there? Kids don't just blow up like that. They see what's in the environment. That's what they do. They see what's in the environment. Whatever was said, whatever was said, and they hear and they see that behavior, they are going to use that behavior and be disrespectful to other people. That's why you got to be careful. Be careful what you do in front of your children. That's very important to know. And one final thing, living with either a narcissist person or a toxic parent can lead to significant emotional stress. It can, and it happened to me. No joke. Because last year, the my doctor, tell me, are you stressed? And I'm like, I never told him anything. He he knew, are you being stressed at home? Is everything okay at home? That's what it says, because one thing, the doctors can tell that how stress comes from. Stress can come from stress at work, stress at home, stress can be in many forms. So that's why, you know what I mean? That's why you don't let them stress you. You you have to remove yourself from that equation. To get away from your stress, You have to find a way to move away from that stress. Because if you stay where that stress lies, once you stay in that where that stress lies, the it's gonna build you up. It's gonna build up animosity, anger, hatred, and then the children is gonna go out there and treat people bad, talk down to people, and all that kind of stuff. And guess what? That's what the kids do. The kids look at the behavior, see the behavior what the parents do, and they pass on to the kids, and the kids pass and go ahead and disrespect people. That's why that is why some of these children are being disrespectful. That's why they're being disrespectful. It's not. That's why, because whatever they see, whatever goes on in the household, they take it from the household, go to the school, and talk to their peers like that. They talk to the teachers like that. They talk to the police like that, and that's what they do. So you gotta be careful what you do around your kids. You gotta be careful. And we're talking about narcissists. We're talking about narcissists because the stress. That's why you gotta ask your kids, and that's why the kids go to somebody else to talk to somebody to them. That's why they said. That's why the therapist asked them, "What's the cause of your stress?" And what would they say? Exactly. So if you wanna get away from that stress, you gotta detach away from it. Don't because don't stay in that stress. If you are you're going to be stressed out, or if you live in that area, you put on some calming music. Put on music. Put it over your head. Listen to something slowly, not the no, not rock music. Not no. Listen to something that is upbeat, something that's energetic, something that is energetic. You know what I mean? That helps you. That helps with lowering down the stress. Hmm. And also, yes, and challenges in developing healthy relationships. In order to have healthy relationships, you have to, yeah, and self-esteem. No, this is what you need to do. You need to seek support from friends, family, family who cares about you. If that family does not give two hoots about you, go to your friends, find a mentor, find somebody who is out there that you can talk to. Because if that's the case, don't go to your family if they're gonna treat you like you know what, they're gonna treat you bad. If they're not, if they're not, if they're if they don't help you and they don't and they say, oh, this is no, find somebody else. So find a family who loves and cares for you and supports your dreams and see a therapist. That's why therapists help. Tell them what's going on. Tell speak. Tell them everything. Tell them. Don't keep nothing inside because when you keep things inside, it's gonna bottle up. That's how anger comes up. That is how anger comes up. The source of the anger the source of the anger. You got to be that's why everything builds up. That's why you gotta let everything out. Let it out. Don't keep nothing inside. Let the people who you trust know everything and they will help you and they will give you some resources. So that's what you need to do to therapist. And that can be crucial in navigating through difficult times. I want y'all to know that. So go ahead and if you need any assistance, if you need somebody to talk to, if you're going through stuff, if you're going through things like you find all these signs in your parent, in your mother, in your dad or whoever, you need to find a trusted friend. Find a family member who loves you, who cares about you, who has your back, who look at your dreams. Go to them. Don't go to the narcissists, cause they gon' don't go to the toxic people or narcissists, cause they're gonna ridicule you and all that kind of stuff. So my final thing, make sure, make sure to find a trusted friend. Don't don't forget that. Remember, if you see these signs in a narcissist and a toxic parent, I want you to take that route. Take that route. Or I'm going to leave a number where you guys can call. There is a number where you could call. I'm going to leave that number below. I want you to call that number. Call that number. And once you call that number, I want y'all to don't leave anything out. Don't leave anything out. Share how you're feeling. Share how much share everything what you need to share. Right? So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I got this I was given this topic so to talk about. So yeah. Anyway, so thank you so much. If you have made it at the end of this podcast, thank you so much. And I will see you guys in the next one. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to turn on that make sure to turn on that notification bell. That will let me guys know that you guys want to see videos like this, episodes like this, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much. Y'all know everything is accessible. Everything is where you can navigate. The link, the new website is down in the description below. Everything is there, what you need to know. Everything is clickable, and the merch is in the store. And so I'm gonna be updating that website. So by the time this is out, it's already out. Or if it don't out yet, wait about 10 minutes and then reload the page and it will be there. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking through the podcast. And if you're a new subscriber, hey, what's up? What's good? What's good? It's your homie D Fresh King. My name is D Fresh King, and this podcast is to entertain, educate, elevate, and inspire people of all ages. I'm your host, D Fresh King, aka Angel Red Sapphire. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace. And there was, and I did record a song. Just saying, it there's, it, I did record a theme song for the podcast. It's gonna drop out, so and it's gonna be on all all listening pod all listening podcasts here. Spotify, Apple something, and whatever. All the listening here where you can listen to music. iTunes, it's gonna be all over the place. So yeah, just so you know. Peace.